City Wrestling.
Oh yeah! Welcome to another edition of Grind City Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr. Be sure to follow us at Grind City Media. Take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching, especially here on YouTube. Also, last few weeks, it was all about CM Punk. I'm sure we're going to talk about CM Punk again this week, and we're going to keep that same energy, including WWE Money in the Bank, AEW Collision statistics, and a whole lot more, including a huge change coming to Memphis Wrestling on July 16th. But ladies and gentlemen, it's bell time! Introducing first. He's my co-host, my tag team partner. He is an A-lister. He is a business owner in Memphis. Ladies and gentlemen, it's E-Rock Eric McMahon. What's up, brother?
What is up, pal? Happy 4th of July to everybody. Independence Day. Got the day off, which was nice, but we back on that grind.
Be sure to follow Eric on social media at @E_MacLife. MacLife. How was your holiday?
Oh, man, it was, the actual 4th was pretty chill because, obviously the 4th fell on a Tuesday. Prior to that, I was in Las Vegas, so.
Random, right? Random Tuesday?
Yeah. So, but Las Vegas was awesome. I got the opportunity of a lifetime, so I took full advantage of it. And hopefully big things on the horizon for your boy E-Rock Eric McMahon.
We're going to talk about it, but let's introduce the third man in the trio. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Walker. Baby!
The boom! Because look at my photo behind me. It's all about the freaking boom, bro. The boom. I haven't done that in a minute, but we're here.
Definitely want to talk about that today. There's a lot to be said about that, but first, be sure to follow Devin on social media at Devin_Walker2. How was your holiday?
I spent my holiday in Salt Lake City. It's been straight. The mountains are nice. Been watching a lot of TV, so we're here.
Where are you right now? What are you doing?
Salt Lake City, Utah for Summer League. So our team's here for Summer League, and I'm here.
Do you have to go to Vegas too?
Yeah, I'll leave for Vegas tonight.
So you're going to be gone this whole month.
Basically, I've been gone since the 30th.
And so you're doing Salt Lake, then you do that, 15 days in Vegas?
10 days in Vegas. And I left the 30th to go to Dallas. So I left for Dallas on the 30th, came to Salt Lake on the 2nd, and I've been here from the 2nd through the 6th, and then we fly to Vegas tonight. And we keep this train moving, baby. When I talk to y'all next week, I'll be talking to y'all from Vegas.
Are you ready to get home already? Or are you looking forward to Vegas?
Look, bro, I'm here, man. We got a new social media platform called Threads now. Look, man, we just here living, E-Rock. Are you on Threads yet?
No.
Is Memphis Wrestling on Threads yet?
No.
I need you to get Memphis Wrestling on Threads.
Okay, it will be done by the end of the day. All right, so you're out of town. I just got back in town. I was gone at the beach for like 10 days. It felt like forever. And I think we're happy to be back, which is really weird. Holiday was really good, but it did drop my phone in the ocean.
What an amateur.
I was actually taking photos with my Maria. I might have been a little distracted. She's wearing a bikini and looking only as she can look. Woo! I dropped my phone, Devin. I know that you can sympathize with me here. You can get on this level right here, bro.
I think I've never done about 5 stars. Drop my phone, taking a photo. We're
in a boat, right, in the ocean. And when the phone drops, I was shocked. And I thought it was going to go, right?
Yeah.
No. Like a brick, straight down. We're just, Jason, my buddy, jumps in after the phone. Yes. Props to Jason. He's the realist.
Shout out.
He comes up. There's no floor. So we're trying to pull him back into the boat. And it's like, how in the world does that happen? And I know what you guys are saying.
Well, first of all, like let's set the record straight. Like, Dustin, you live by your phone.
Oh, I do so much business. Me and Devin talk about it offline. That you do so much business on your phone, and sometimes you don't even realize it. Like this computer and stuff is really cool and all, but these phones, man, like you have, I had a baby, he's 2, all the pictures and stuff. And I know you guys are saying, what about the cloud? Come on, man, I'm not backed up to the cloud like I'm supposed to be. I got a little bit back, but man, it was crazy. So we're happy to be back, and I got a 14 now, so that's awesome. Also, I watched wrestling while I was gone. So did you guys watch wrestling?
I watched I've been watching a shit ton of wrestling because, like I said,
caught some money in the bank.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, let's go. E-Rock, you're up first. Best wrestling that you watched all week.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm still here for the Uso and the Bloodline thing, man. I think everything about it is just really, really good. WWE is. They are probably printing money right now.
Yes.
It's crazy. So, I mean, the show was good, but the you're almost loving the bad guy in Roman now. You know what I mean? So it's this total polar shift of where are we going with Roman and all this stuff. Roman was hated for so damn long for being pushed down our throat. Then he was hated, right, for like, oh, they're just keeping the title on him. We want Cody. And now that his boys have turned on him, you know, you love to hate him, but you love him.
Yes. Good stuff. It was really, really good. Jey Uso pinning Roman Reigns was shocking, but the last time Roman Reigns was pinned, it was also by Jey Uso.
Yep. If it's somebody,
but where do we go from here? Because this is all like, you know, like tag teams. There's no one-on-one offs. And is this just a way to kind of protect Roman and that belt for that 1,000 days, you think? So,
and the cool thing here is no matter what, they've got us wondering. Like, there's a story that we're watching here. What's the next step of the story? Like, I never really saw the Usos turning and it all happening this way. Also, what happened to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and all this kind of stuff? So we'll just see where the story leads us. That's really, really good. I love that part of Money in the Bank. I thought Money in the Bank was really, really good. Devin, what's the best wrestling that you watched all week?
I know I come on this podcast week by week and bitch about storylines and bitch about building stuff out and bitch about I want to see you build something, right? And of course, the best wrestling of the week is Roman Reigns getting pinned in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. But my best wrestling of the week, if you look behind me, is this ongoing friendship between Adam Cole, baby, boom, MJF. So if our wrestling fans probably know, but they're doing like this tag team tournament at AEW, and they're putting like guys that hate each other basically with each other. And of course, Adam Cole's going for the belt. They put him on MJF. MJF's like, screw this guy. I don't really like him. But then they're turned into like this weird like friendship thing. Like they're in the gym working out together. MJF comes out. He's doing his entrance and he's doing the Adam Cole thing and they do the boom together. Like,
bro,
I like it because it's
bro.
Like this is building us on five stuff.
It's satire, and you love satire.
Exactly.
They did this. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up because they did the same thing with Jericho. They just did the same story with Sammy Guevara where he's being buddied up with all these guys. They did the same angle with Jericho. They did the same angle with Sammy Guevara. And then right after Sammy, they just did it. They just did it for the last pay-per-view. And now he's buddies with Adam Cole. It's like the same. I get it. It's entertaining. But it's like the same story every single time with MJF.
This is a little bit different. I don't know why this was hitting a little bit different for me. I love.
You like Adam Cole, baby.
Love Adam Cole, baby. But I just love this. Just the cake thing last night. Like I said, the entrance thing, the gym. I'm here for it, bro. Because I'm all about the boom.
Now, the gym thing was funny. Best wrestling that I watched all week was I love that they weaved some of those pre-tapes in there that looked really good. But my favorite, the best wrestling that I watched all week, because I have to give them some props, but also there's two sides to this, right? So the best wrestling that I watched all week was the vignette of Nick Wayne, Darby Allin, and we've seen this on social media. I don't think we saw it on AEW television until Dynamite this week. But Nick Wayne was offered an AEW contract at the age of 16 years old. And he's now 18 years old and gets to fulfill that contract. And he's debuting very soon. So Darby Allin, I believe, was trained by Buddy Wayne. And then Nick Wayne is Buddy Wayne's son. So they're just doing something special for this guy. And also, he's very good, they say. Now, I have not seen Nick Wayne wrestle, which shame on me. I can go watch probably on Game Changer Wrestling or whatnot. But I love that this reminded me of like the Stars of Tomorrow. Devin, you were there. You come to the Wrestle Center. You see how these kids develop and how the people get behind them. So I think it's really good that they're doing this with Nick Wayne. The only problem is like, why so fast? Because now he's already going to debut. So like on Memphis Wrestling, we have Tim Grind and his 16-year-old son, Lance McCabe. And so we introduced Lance with a tour, and then Lance got to see and meet King Cobra and all that kind of stuff. And then the next week he signed his contract with the Wrestle Center. And so it's like a whole month of vignettes leading up to something. And this is a much grander scale. Nick Wayne on worldwide television at age 18. Gosh, I mean, congratulations to him. Gosh, man, I wish they would just stretch this story out and tell us a little bit more about Nick Wayne and all that stuff before they just debut him, because I think he debuts like next week now. So so my point is they gave it all to us in one night instead of introduce him and then the next week do something else, and then the next week tell us when he's going to debut and then debut. So now we've got like a whole month of Nick Wayne television before we ever see him compete.
So do you think people like are you saying that? I understand what you're saying, and maybe there's more of a because it's a good connection to you and you knowing father from the area. Do you think other people know know that lineage and that it matters to other people? I'm just curious.
The Nick Wayne, or are you talking Memphis?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
The Nick Wayne? I think if we tell them about it, like on our show, nobody knows anybody. So we have to really explain who these people are. And I feel like that AEW could have taken a little more time to introduce Nick Wayne to who he is. Why should we care about him?
Well, because Ken Wayne, right?
But that's a different Wayne. That's a whole different Wayne. That's a whole different Wayne.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They're different families. Their names just happen to be Wayne. So they are not related to Ken Wayne, Nightmare Ken Wayne.
That's what I thought you were talking about at first.
Yes, no.
Okay. That's what I was saying. Do you think people really care about that lineage?
So you mentioned the whole like the 18-year-old thing, building new talent. I actually had this random thought the other night because I was like, you know what? WWE has NXT, like WWE has their established talent, right? Then they have NXT to get newer talent, like younger talent in. Like AEW don't really have a development type of like brand or like to really like build stars. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's the independent wrestling scene is what it is. There's a group of really solid independent wrestling companies. I mentioned Game Changer Wrestling. They would be on that list. I think NWA is right there as well, and several others, but that's where they kind of cherry pick their talent. That's why it's important for me as a promoter and a trainer to bring in guys like Jerry Lynn and Dr. Tom Pritchard and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So we can get in there with those and get those opportunities too. But the best wrestling that I watched all week was the Nick Wayne thing. I love how they're introducing him. I wish they'd slow it down just a little bit so we'd know more about him. Eddie Kingston wins a championship, but why did that take him off AEW television?
He's been off of television for a while.
He's kind of back and forth. This whole thing with Claudio and John Moxley.
And I think Eddie Kingston, I love him getting kind of like, in my opinion, we always knew, like, if you're gonna, from watching it as a fan, if Eddie Kingston in the ring, somebody's getting their ass beat, even if he doesn't win, which I love watching that strong style. So I think it's really awesome to see now, not as like acclaimed, but get that title in New Japan. I think it's just awesome. I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, is she just a normal person now?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about
Devin's reaction.
But hey, we got to put some respect on Ronda Rousey first.
She's been the totally shit in WWE for the last year and a half.
Understood. Because she is so far removed from her UFC days. But let's not forget. In my opinion, she is single-handedly responsible for the boom of the women's division in WWE and across the country.
But question is, has she now become just a normal person on the roster?
Her gimmick of a tough girl, like it's over because she's so far removed. That would be like if Ken Shamrock came back. He ain't the world's most dangerous man anymore.
He was, man. He should have been champion back in the day.
It's like bringing back
all right, another one. What's that?
It's like bringing back the Lethal Weapon. Like, yo,
oh yeah.
Okay. Damian Priest and Io Sky are Money in the Bank. Cool or not cool?
Triple H doing this thing, bro. This is basically Triple H saying, "Yo, this is my talent from NXT. I'm gonna put him on the pedestal on Money in the Bank." I don't have a problem with it. I want to see the way they do it with Damian Priest because he's an older guy, right? I know there's a big riff of like they can't push LA Knight because LA Knight's 40 years old. Well, they said Damian Priest is older than him, so it's like
Damian Priest is like the full, the presentation package.
But LA Knight's so over though, bro. Like
LA Knight,
but you know how WWE is, right? Like you could look at Woo 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 is over his Rover, but he don't got the package. Damian Priest has got the package.
He did a DDT and they popped like it was the Attitude Era.
Okay, Dustin, you're dialed in. What do you say?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Priest was the guy. He was the guy. So if you look at main event level, like you could obviously see that they wanted to do something with Logan Paul and Ricochet. That's why they were in that match. But if you're looking at main event level, they're not ready for LA Knight. It's not LA Knight's time yet. Triple H at the press conference said, good things come to those who wait. And I'm totally with him. I know exactly. Like, obviously on the Memphis Wrestling level. Yeah, you're not ready for him. You got to... Damian Priest is that main event guy because he just got in the ring with Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? They've obviously been trying to push him, so he's going to be on the next level in the main event hunt. And then also Finn Balor being a part of that too, it brings even more distinction within the Judgment Day. But yeah, Damian Priest is the guy. The women's finish on the Money in the Bank was really cool with the handcuffs, with the two handcuffed through the ladder and all that kind of stuff. We had never seen that before. It was pretty good. Do we care enough about Ricochet? And we as the fans, do the fans care enough about Ricochet to really want to see him wrestle Logan Paul? Because I feel like WWE, had they done a better job at pushing Ricochet because he's so freaking athletic and incredible.
Pushing him doesn't matter, man. I'm gonna stop you right there. You don't need to push him. Why? Because he draws eyeballs. He might not be over like, the original back in the day with his entrance was just awesome. And he came in just, he couldn't do any wrong. But I'll tell you something about Ricochet, right? He draws the fringe fan will stop to watch him. So it's the perfect booking with a Logan Paul because my wife, she can tell you anything about wrestling, but when it's on, she says, is Ricochet gonna wrestle?
Really?
And yes, because of the shit he does. And so now if you get him against a guy like Logan Paul and the spectacle, remember Logan Paul and who was it when they jumped in the Rumble?
Yes.
Those
are Seth Rollins or AJ Styles?
That was Ricochet, I believe.
It was Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Imagine a match. Imagine a match, and as well as I do, so much is based upon this. Do you imagine the memes and the clicks and whatever, the little bites and the gifts that are going to come out of a match like that with those two guys? You have the name value of Logan Paul, you have the capabilities of Ricochet, and you have the capabilities of a Logan Paul. It's going to be awesome. He doesn't have to be over because what they can create is going to be awesome.
I mean, they almost killed each other at Money in the Bank. Ricochet protected him a lot when he did that Spanish fly off the turn. I was like, oh no, because Logan Paul he over rotated and he just like landed on his head. And I was like, but he protected him. But yeah, I want to see more of that in a match.
But you can also even say like, even though for my money, I'll take Miz all day, every day. Miz wasn't over when he had his thing with Logan Paul. So and it doesn't matter. Logan Paul's the draw.
Give me a spot fest, baby.
Exactly.
He definitely will.
But Logan Paul's the draw. He is the draw worldwide. No matter what. No wrestler is going to be more of a draw than he is.
Final notes before we run down what's coming up. Anything else? I mentioned John Cena. He made his return at Money in the Bank and teased WrestleMania. I don't care about Grayson Waller yet it reminded me of the Theory versus John Cena, but it was great to see Cena back.
I saw a Twitter post about John Cena shooting a shot with Rhea Ripley?
I saw that.
Yeah. Hey, Gable Steveson, bro. Let's talk about this shit.
Do it. Throw it in there. NXT.
In E-Rock, you're a guy who really is in the MMA world. He's a legitimate gold medalist. I guess NXT relaunched the Underground, the MMA kind of style, and they had an MMA style match. And then he walks in, takes off the gold medal, and just suplexes the shit out of everybody. It looked amazing. But my question to you, 5-star, this is the question for you. I went through the comments of that post, right? Apparently he was charged for rape or something. It got dropped or something like that in 2019. And that was all that was in the comments. If you're WWE and you're trying to, this is the debut, this is the moment, this is the viral moment, how far can you really push him, or do you have to wait till there's a statute of limitations between that case and his debut and really like getting pushed?
Wow. Was he convicted?
Let me look and double check.
Was he charged?
Was he charged? Was he convicted? Was he guilty? Because we all know that social media is a cesspool.
So yeah, okay, he did not get charged. Said no sexual assault charges for 2 Minnesota wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, and this is bad enough, but I think I think people are smart enough now, not to say it didn't happen, not to say this, but what the last 5 years has taught us as a society is wait until all the facts are out, right? I mean, gosh, through the pandemic.
It was in 2019. It was in 2019, so it's kind of
right.
Like,
so what this has taught us, in 2019 to 2023, that's 4 years. No charges. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying there's improprieties. But what I'm just saying now, from everything I've watched on the news through the pandemic and all we know that was false and now isn't true, or this, that, all these allegations, protests, this, that, and the other. Listen, we can't live by that anymore. We just can't. And I think, you can't.
Also, let me change the question around since you're a social media guy. Does WWE censor any of that?
Nah, you can't, because then it makes it louder. If you censor it, it makes it louder. To be honest with you, like if you see a comment, you delete it. Yeah, it's gonna make it louder. So that's my thing.
You've got to talk in facts, like E-Rock said, especially on this, and that's a whole WWE situation. So I'm glad I'm not a part of it. But I would say, was he convicted? Was he guilty? Was he charged? And if all those answers are no, then I think they move forward.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Buffalo Bills kicker.
Oh, the guy that was alleged, and then
there was an alleged sexual assault. He was the Buffalo Bills cut him, lost his contract, lost his everything, just on an allegation that ended up wasn't true, and it ruined this guy's career. And now the Bills are slammed for it, the girl is slammed for it, the police are slammed for it, everybody. And so I think lessons like that have taught us that we need to just simmer back and review what we really need to review, not allegations and not hearsay.
I thought it was interesting. He did have his debut. It was a hit. When I saw the clip, I was like, "Holy shit, this dude looks like a star."
It was awesome. Yeah, he's legit as it gets. All right, we're running low on time, so we are live. We're coming up this Saturday on Memphis Wrestling on CW30, also youtube.com/@Memphis Wrestling. The Pope makes his Memphis Wrestling debut. Devin, you were there. Was it any good?
It was great, and you can see the Pope was shocked about the perception he got from the fans. He came out of that curtain the first time. He looked around. He was like, "Whoa, let me go get my phone for this." So
he did.
I think the fans will appreciate the when they see it live, when they see it on TV.
The episode is really good. Be sure to check it out this Saturday. Then next Thursday, July 13th, we're in New Albany, Mississippi for a big Ingomar baseball fundraiser with Rocky the Rockin' Redbird. The gun show is going to be in action. Big John Dalton, the hometown boy, is going to be in action as well. Get your tickets at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. Then we have a little bit of a schedule change. I mentioned it at the top of the program. Saturday, July 15th, Dr. Tom Pritchard, the best wrestling trainer in the world, will be at the Wrestle Center, 5 p.m. seminar. You can get the information at WrestleCenter901.com, but he will not be able to be there on Sunday for our television taping because Darren Drozdoff, the Droz, has passed away. Tom Pritchard was friends.
When did Droz pass away?
Ross passed away last week. His celebration of life is on July 16th, and so Dr. Tom has to be there for that. So on July 16th, instead of Dr. Tom Pritchard, it's the return of the murder hawk monster, Lance Archer, and everybody dies. That's July 16th, championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. Real quick, Sunday, August 6th, Dirty Dango is coming to Memphis Wrestling. That should be exciting. We have a huge St. Jude fundraiser coming up with the Pontotoc Run Club on August the 19th. Big shout out to St. Jude. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. All the information, championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. Also, t-shirts are on sale, prowrestlingtees.com/Memphis Wrestling. You can get 20% off, I think, until Friday. So go ahead and get your Memphis
Didn't Dustin
t-shirt.
promise us our own custom Memphis Wrestling shirts?
Yeah, bro.
I think I was going to get you Memphis Vince t-shirts.
No, we're going to get our custom. He slid by that one. Oh, gosh. What is this weekend? I don't know, man. I'm going to make sure my power doesn't go out.
Oh, my gosh. I know, right?
I thought we'd done like a 38-minute podcast, and this man has not mentioned himself being on TV. But we got 2 minutes, so I can't bring it up now. It's fine. It's fine, E-Rock.
Oh, big shout out
hey,
to
man. Well, really, I'll tell a quick story.
You got 2 minutes, brother.
Everybody,
2 minutes.
Everybody knows that I'm an MMA referee. Got brought out to Vegas, worked the UFC fights, man. It's pumped. That was the next evolution of my training, and hopefully you're going to see me more and more and more, which was awesome, man. And I'm grateful that they gave me my opportunity, and hopefully I make the main rotation.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yes. Big shout out to E-Rock. Devin,
Thank you
got
guys.
1 minute. What's going on this weekend?
Vegas. I fly to Vegas tonight for Summer League. We play sometime this weekend. We got a Marcus Smart press conference tomorrow. We got Desmond Bane's contract signing on Saturday.
Ooh, guys got paid.
Yeah, we got some shit going on this week. So stay locked in. Download the Grind City Media app, by the way. I don't know if I never say that, but download that. Do that.
I did. I've got it, of course, on my brand new phone after dropping mine in the ocean. All right, folks, we'll see you next week right here on Grind City Wrestling. For E-Rock, Eric McMahon, and Devin Walker, baby. I am Dustin Starr saying so long, everybody. We didn't even put over your hat, Devin.
Oh, you like that? On my Paul Heyman flow? You know what I'm saying?